So it's not that only the Arabs are mentioned in the Quran. So now why Allah has chose the Arabic language, He explained this in this surah Fussilat 41 and ayah 44. وَلَوْ جَعَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَجِمِيًّا لَقَالُوا لَوْلَا فُصِّلَتْ آيَاتُهُ أَعْجَمِيٌّ وَعَرَبِيٌّ قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءٌ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ فِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقْرٌ وَهُوَ عَلَيْهِمْ عَمًى أُولَٰئِكَ يُنَادَوْنَ مِن مَّكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ. And if we have made the Quran the reading other than Arabic, definitely they would have said, why not its ayah signs are being in detail? What? Non-Arabic and Arabic? Say it is a guidance and a healing for those who believe, and for those who believe not, there is a deafness in their ears, and over them is blindness, and they are those who are being called from a distant place. Now in this ayah, Allah is explaining, clarifying why He chose the Arabic language. There is a question in the ayah, and that question by itself explains that why He chose. He says, وَلَوْ جَعَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَجَمِيًّا. If we have made the Quran other than Arabic, meaning other than Arabic means English, or in German, or in French, or in local or international language of the world, other than Arabic means all the languages of the world. If Allah has made the Quran other than Arabic, any language of the world, then Arabic. So Allah says, لَقَالُوا لَوْلَا فُصِّلَتْ آيَاتُهُ. So they would have said, why not ayahs are explained in detail? Means the Arabic language in this answer to this ayah, the question is posed by Allah, and Allah says there is a question by people. People have said, would have said, why not the ayahs are detailed? So that means Arabic words are detailed, or mufassal language. Arabic language is mufassal, is a detailed language. So Allah chose the Arabic language not because of the Arabs. He chose the Arabic language because of it is a detailed language. So He says, if we have made the Quran other than Arabic, they would have said, why not the ayahs are in detail? Then further He says, أَعْجَمِيٌّ وَعَرَبِيٌّ. What non-Arabic and Arabic? قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءٌ. Say, for those who believe. Say, for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. So He explains first part of the ayah, explains the why the Arabic language is being chosen, not because of the Arabs. Second, He explains that if you are, somebody wants to take the advantage of being Arab, somebody wants to take the advantage of being Arabic person, so Allah makes him equal. But further He clarifies, if you are Arabi or Ajami, means you speak Arabic language, or if you don't speak Arabic language, the guidance from the Quran is for those. قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءٌ. It is for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. Meaning, if you are an Arabic person, you speak Arabic language, you speak Arabic understanding, you understand the Quranic Arabic, the understanding of this verse. But if you do not believe, it is not a guidance and healings to the Arabs. If you do not believe, the criteria laid down by Allah is belief. So it is not the criteria that you speak Arabic, you can understand the Quran. And this is the misconcept, that we must know Arabic language to understand the Quran. Allah has laid down the foundation is belief. So there you can see in the world there are many Jews, Arabs, there are many Christian Arabs, there are many atheist Arabs. They can understand, they can read the Arabic Quran, but they don't believe it, so it is not a guidance to them. But if any Arab or if any Ajam who believes in the ayahs, then it is a guidance and a healing for mankind. It says, قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. Say, for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. So people who believe in the ayahs, it is a guidance and a healing. وَالَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ فِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقْرٌ وَهُوَ عَلَيْهِمْ عَمَى أُولَٰئِكَ يُنَادَوْنَ مِن مَكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ. And those who believe not, in their ears is deafness, and over them is blindness. And they are those who are being called from a distance place. So Allah further in the ayat is explaining those who believe not, meaning the Arabs do not believe or the Ajam do not believe. So it is a deafness in their ears, and on them is blindness, they can't see, and it is as if they are being called from a distance place that they can't hear it properly. So ladies and gentlemen, in this ayah Allah is explaining very clearly the Arabic language was chosen by Allah not because He wanted to address the Arabs. It was chosen because of it is detailed language, because of its mufassal language. Since the Arabic language of the Quran is mufassal, so Allah chose this Arabic language because it is a detailed language. And then further He explains Ajmi wa Arabi, what non-Arabic and Arab, what Ajam and Arab. قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Say, for those who believe, meaning Ajam believes, Hidayat and Shifa, guidance and healing. If Arab believes, guidance and Shifa, healing and this guidance. If you do not believe and Arab doesn't believe, it's not a guidance and Shifa. So remove this misconcept of knowing Arabic language. But you must understand the Quranic Arabic. I am talking about the dialects, people. There are at least 13 different dialects in the Arabic world. Like people, Saudi Arabic is different than the Dubai or Abu Dhabi or about Sharjah, or if you go to Bahrain, or if you go to Syria, or if you go to Egypt, or you go to Iraq, like in Punjabi, basic Punjabi is a language in Pakistan. But if you go to different cities, there is a various variations of languages. Similarly, there are 13 different dialects of the Arabic language. And there is no person on the world, in this planet Earth, who speaks Quranic Arabic. Do not get this misconception. Nobody speaks Quranic Arabic. They are using the Quranic words in the Arab world. But Quranic sentences and these are ayahs, and they have come from Allah, and nobody can reproduce this. So this we have come to know, that Arabic language was not because of the Arabs, it was because of the Mufassal language, detailed language. Now we come to the ayah that when the Quran was revealed and what is the purpose of the Quran. In Surah Al-Baqarah 2, ayah 185, Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه. Ramadan is the month in which Al-Quran, the reading, has been revealed as a guide for mankind and a clarification from the guidance and from the criterion. So from you whosoever witnessed that month, then he should fast in it. In this ayah, Allah is explaining the time factor or the Quran, when the Quran is being revealed. When the Quran is being revealed. The Quran is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. This is the ayah says this. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran is being revealed. Now ladies and gentlemen, have you seen the Quran being revealed in the month of Ramadan? Have you seen? Have you seen, ladies and gentlemen? You have not seen Quran being revealed in the month of Ramadan? Excuse me, yes. Have you seen? In the whole world, I'm asking, in the whole world, non-Muslim society, whether you live in America, whether you live in Russia, any part of the world, I'm asking you a question. How the non-Muslim come to know that what is going on in the Ramadan, in the month of Ramadan, what's going on in the month of Ramadan for people. One is the fasting. One is the fasting. Now excuse me, the other thing is what is going on in the month of Ramadan? Any new thing? Taraweeh. And what you do? It is the recitation of the Quran. It is being revealed in the month of Ramadan all time. The whole world comes to know. The whole non-Muslim world comes to know that the Quran is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. I am not saying you have proof. You can verify any part of the world. Whether you live in America, you live in Russia, China, any part of the world. There are mosques and the Imam is reciting the whole Quran. It is being revealed. That's why I said, Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. Ramzan is the month in which the Quran is revealed. Hudal lin-nas. What is the purpose of the Quran? Is a guidance for mankind. You see, first portion was the Quran is the month. Quran is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. First part of we come to know the time or the revelation of the Quran every year in the month of Ramadan it is being revealed. Every year the month of Ramadan comes and we fast in it. The second point is the purpose is the guidance for mankind. Guidance. How can you take guidance? You see, I give example, a very simple example. If you go to any part of the world and you want to roam around in that city, you ask a guidebook of that city, a guidebook, which tells you that this is the position you are standing, that guidebook. This is the place where you are, and from that place there is a map on in that book. In the guidebook there is a map, the streets and this and everything, it's a descriptive map which tells you this is where you are and this is the destiny. You can choose the destiny from that location where you are and you can travel. You can travel to different places in the book of guidebook and you can reach the destiny where you want to go. Destination, you can reach the destination where you want to go. Similarly, the Quran contains ayats or the verses. You know your position where you are standing, meaning you are full of wrongs and rights. You have committed wrongdoings, you know some of the wrongdoings you have committed, and you know that there are right things I am also doing. So you know the location where you are right now. You read the ayahs and it tells you that how to take guidance. It tells you how to take guidance to reach the final destiny is the Jannah and the peace and tranquility in this world, Islam. That you attain peace in your life and in the society. The Islam is there. Peace is there in the world. You have to enter into Islam. You have to enter your psyche into Islam. So you want to, if you want, the guidebook is there. The Quran is a book of guidance. The Quran says it is a guidance for mankind. So first you must identify yourself where you are, what is your location, where are you standing in the world, and how to take guidance so you get peace in the world and get garden on the day of judgment. And that day, that is the purpose, not knowledge, not only knowledge, guidance. The purpose of the Quran is the guidance. It guides you to have good life in this world. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. That, oh our Lord, give us good in this life and good in the hereafter and defend us from the fire. We don't want to burn ourselves. So this book is guiding you. There are the governing ayahs which by virtue you govern your psyche, your personality, so that you get garden on the day of judgment and peace in this world, in your life and the surroundings. This is the purpose. This is how you can take guidance from the Quran, the reading. وَبَيِّنَاتٍ مِّنَ الْهُدَى وَالْفُرْقَانِ, and is a clear signs. And there are clarifications from the guidance and from the criterion. You see, what is a criteria? The Quran is also a criterion and from the guidance, clarification. Quran also clarify. It is what clarification? That you may think in your life that this is right. This is right. So Quran is a criteria to judge between right and wrong. There are things which you think is right, and there are things that you think it is wrong. So how would you come to know exactly what is right and wrong? So Quran is a furqan, a criteria which tells you what is right and wrong. It gives you it is a touchstones to find out from true from false. So you take guidance from the Quran, and that is a criteria. It also gives you the criteria that there are certain things that you have done good in the world, and there are certain things you have done bad. So Quran is a criteria which is telling you what is right and wrong. Similarly, it is also clarifying things. It also clarifies in your mind because you get confused. Because you at times think that you are right, but Quran clarifies, no, this is wrong. And one of the example is reading of the Quran without understanding, you think it is right. Don't you? How many people think that the reading of the Quran in Arabic without understanding is right? Come on, tell me. And how many people in the world are non-Arab people are reading the Quran without understanding a word? Do you think they don't you think they think it is right? At least I am reading the Quran in Arabic. Whether I understand, Allah knows my heart, He knows. I am reading in Arabic. You see, there are people who are reading the Quran in Arabic without understanding. So they think it is right. Establishing the Salah without understanding the ayahs, they think it is right. So I can tell you number of things which people are thinking it is right, but actually they don't know what is right. The Quran is a clarification. It clarifies how it is right. When you read any book of the world, believe me, I have come across nobody, if I want to read Bhagavad Gita or the Bible or Avesta or Vedas, any book, religious book, nobody will tell me, if you want to understand this book, you must read some other book. You read it, start reading the Bible, and in which language? In the language that I read. So who is stopping anybody to read the Quran in the language? The translations are there. But people are not reading in translations. But they are reading other books. They are reading everyday newspaper. Every day. They can't go to toilet if you don't read this newspaper. Imagine, but you can't read the Quran in translations at all. You are telling the educated class to read the Quran in translation, and the educated person, yes, I must read it. But he has been taking education from the childhood, and the first day he read it, anything he read it with understanding. But for Quran, he has to be educated by read it in translation. Yes, he understands it, but he doesn't read it. An amazing thing for this book, believe me. So this is what Allah says. It is the clarification for those who want to clarify. And faman shahida minkum ash-shahra falyasumhu, and so whoever witness this month of Ramadan, he should fast. So that means Ramadan is a month in which we are fasting. And we see in the world that all the Muslim people of the world are fasting in this month of Ramadan, and they are listening in the Taraweeh. The Quran is being revealed every night of that month. In the Taraweeh, we listen to the Quran. Now we'll see what the Quran, Allah has to say about the ayahs that explains, because I've been hearing from my life and in my childhood and most of the time, that Quran is a very difficult book to understand. You must have knowledge of science, you must have knowledge of science, history, geography, and many aspects of the world to understand logic and traditions or the Bible. You must know so many subjects to understand the Quran. And it's very difficult also. You can never ever understand the Quran. So in the Quran, there in Surah Al-Qamar 54 surah, and ayah 17, Allah says, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. Without doubt, we have made Al-Quran, the reading, easy for remembrance. Then is there any that will remember? Now, this ayah is Surah Qamar, Surah Qamar 54 Surah and ayah 17. Then ayah 22. Then ayah 32. And then ayah 40. In Surah Qamar, there 4 times, 17 ayah, that is in front of you. Then in the same Surah, Surah Qamar 54 Surah, 22 ayah. Then Surah Qamar 54, 32 ayah. Then Surah Qamar 54, 40 ayah. This ayah is being repeated 4 times in one surah to emphasize that we have made the Quran easy for you to understand and remember. Is there any that will remember? So Allah is posing a question to the reader that we have made the Quran easy for you to understand and remember. Is there any that will receive admonition or will try to remember? So suppose if I don't want to remember or take guidance from the Quran, so it's very difficult for me. It is very difficult. It is easy for those who want to take guidance, who want to remember. You put your will into it, then it becomes easy for you. If you do not put your will, it is difficult. And that is why people say it's difficult. And believe me, the Quran is the book of Allah. Remember, it is the book of Allah. It is discussing many subjects. Many means all subjects of the world. But there are subjects that is not directly related to your lifestyle. Remember this. It is describing the skies. It is describing the planets. It is describing the mountains. It is describing how the rain occurs. It is all scientific facts. I have to say amanna sadaqna. If I come to know by science how it works, okay, fair, good enough. But even if I don't know how it works, I believe that because I see in my own eyes the verification how the rain falls. It's enough for me. But there are ayahs that I have to govern my life. That is more important, and they are very, very simple and straightforward. Because my psyche is made on that governing ayahs. I cannot marry my sister. I know this. Where did I know? Who told you? Who told me in my childhood? I cannot marry my mother. Where did I got this information? Adultery is wrong. Who told me? You see, there are things in the world that is inborn in you. Quran is a book of verification. It verifies this, the truth in you. So it's very easy for you to understand and remember. But the person who wants to understand, so the ayahs that are governing ayahs, by virtue you have to govern your life, it is easy for you to remember. But if you want to look into the scientific theories and facts about Quran, so there are science is limited. It has got theories and facts. And when the ayahs are factual, the theory should be fact. If there are theories in science, it will not be coherence or be similar to these Quranic facts. Once it becomes a fact, then you can see the Quran verifies. Otherwise, it rejects. So there are limitations to science. If you have come to a fact, the Quran has already said that thing before, because it is coming from the Creator. Since He has created us, He is telling you exactly how it works. So that is why the Quran said it is made easy for you to understand and remember. Or if you want to do, if you will not, then you will say it is a difficult book. The Quran is difficult. Now the first surah and the first further ayah, Surah Ar-Rahman, the teacher, the author himself, Allah, he says, Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran khalaq al-insan allamahul bayan. Ar-Rahman is the name of Allah, the most gracious. Allama al-Quran, He taught al-Quran the reading. Khalaq al-insan, He created man. Allamahul bayan, He taught him the clarification. 4 little ayahs, and it's full of wisdom, believe me. Ar-Rahman is the name of Allah, means the most gracious. Allama al-Quran. Allama al-Quran means He taught al-Quran the reading. English means He taught the Quran the reading. So who is our teacher? Allah. So you cannot blame anybody in the world that this man is teaching wrong, this man is teaching wrong, and this man is you pointing fingers. It is God Almighty knows you. You don't want guidance. So he's not teaching you. So it is very easy to find faults in man. This Maulana, this guy, this man is like this and this. It is Allah knows your hearts, so you don't want to learn from him. First of all, you must understand who is the teacher today. The teacher is Allama al-Quran. It is Allah ar-Rahman, the most gracious. He taught the Quran. He teaches the Quran. So it is you and Allah directly involved in understanding the Quranic guidance. It is no other person. A pointer, like me, a pointer can show you the ayats. A non-practicing Muslim, a Christian, a non-practicing man can show you this verse, a pointer. But it is your own belief that will give you guidance. If you believe that God is your teacher, Allah will teach you, believe me, Allah will teach you. If you don't believe, you look for others. You are asking other people to teach you about the Quran. And then if you think this is not according to my psyche, you put a finger to him, then you go to another guy. And then you go to another guy. And you keep on going here from here and there. So this going from here and there, you know Allah knows your heart. So if you want to learn from Allah, so Allama al-Quran, he teaches the Quran. Khalaq al-insan, he clarifies that it is he who has created you. He knows your in and outs. He is the person who can teach you. You have to be honest to him, not to man. You can fool me, I can fool you. But you can't fool Allah. So he has created you, he can only teach you the Quran. No human being can teach anybody the Quran. I said no human being except for the messengers. Because messengers are the medium by virtue the message comes to us. Muhammad Rasulullah and all the messengers. I said man like me, ordinary people like me and you cannot teach the Quran to anybody. It has to come from Allah. And because you have to believe in Allah. Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaq al-Insan. He has created man. He knows every individual, his environment, his status, his mind. He knows everybody's mind. So he knows what capabilities and capacities you have, and he knows how he can guide you, how he can teach you with your all merits and demerits. Nobody is equal. In our daily system, look at the daily system. In the daily learning process, you know the difference between Allah's judgment and man's judgment. Man makes classes, rooms and subjects. They are not interested in what background you come from or what is your problems. They are not interested. They fix up a course, 6 months course or months course. And they expect the children to learn in that months. Whatever goes in this child's mind, they are not interested. They give you a dateline and they ask the questions from the teaching that were taught, and the child has to answer them without realizing what background he come from. What is a rich man or a poor boy or they want answers. But it's not with Allah like this. This judgment, Quran, Allah is going to make the judgment of every individual, because every individual have a different society and a culture and a background. So Allah is the best of the judge from what he has come from and from what he has learned and from what he has taken the guidance. So he is the best of the judges. He has created man. He will teach the Quran, and further he says Allamahul Bayan. He will teach him the clarification to clarify things. Allah will teach him the clarification. So in these ayahs you must understand the author of the Quran is Allah. The teacher is Allah. He will teach the Quran. Khalaq al-insan, he has created man. And further he says he will teach him the clarification. So man has to realize, has to tawakkal or trust in Allah while reading the Quran. While reading the Quran, he must trust Allah that he will teach the Quran. So further Allah explains how to read the Quran and who is your enemy. Surah Al-Nahl 16 Surah and Ayah 98, 99 and 100. فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ إِنَّهُ لَيْسَ لَهُ سُلْطَانٌ عَلَى الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ إِنَّمَا سُلْطَانُهُ على الذين يتولونه والذين هم به مشركون. When you read Al-Quran, the reading, so seek the protection of Allah from Shaitan the stone. Surely he has no authority over you, those who believe and who put their trust in their Lord. Surely his authority is only over those who take him as protector and those who join partners with him. In two aspects you must understand that first of all, there are people in the world who have got doubt that this book is not from Allah, the non-Muslims. The non-Muslims do not believe this book is from Allah. They don't believe this. So that means, according to the non-Muslims, they think that the Christians and the Jews and the Hindus, all these non-Muslim people believe in their books. And they think, and in all the religion there is a concept of Satan, the Shaitan.